her. Please leave me be.
I keep hearing something. It sounds like it's following me.
Hurry up! Back!
Where's that coming from?
We're about to take a look at a chilling audio recording uploaded by a user named ForestFire21 in December 2014, where they captured something disturbing in the woods behind their home. At first, a child's voice can be heard shouting, but upon closer inspection, a faint male voice whispers, "Where are you?" alongside the child's cries. The presence of this ominous voice adds a chilling element to the situation. What were these voices doing in the woods at that hour, and why were they distressed? The uploader mentioned checking the news daily afterward for any answers, but found nothing. It's alarming that they chose to record and share the audio rather than contact the police, given how disturbing the sounds were. The high-pitched screams and bizarre circumstances point to something truly unsettling. Unfortunately, the full story behind these eerie sounds may never be known. A man is asleep in his tent when, all of a sudden, a bear decides to wake him up. The man notices something outside his tent and decides to take a quick look. When he opens the tent, he freezes in shock as he comes face to face with a massive bear.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
The man freaks out and starts yelling to scare the bear away. Thankfully, it works, and the bear leaves without attacking him. He definitely won't be hitting the snooze button after that encounter. Most people wouldn't know how to react if they encountered a bear, but this man encountered one and knew exactly how to survive. The man is seen holding a weapon to protect himself, and that's what ultimately saves him. Thankfully, he was prepared and made it through safely. What would you do if you were camping and suddenly saw 3 lions staring at you? I'd freak out. This video was taken by a man camping in his van who suddenly found himself being watched by 3 lions.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. This is crazy.
The man spots the lions and begins filming them, visibly shaken as the camera shakes. As the lions get closer, they continue to watch him.
He wants to eat me. For sure.
Once the lions realize he's not a threat, they calmly leave. Wind can be a dangerous natural event, causing a lot of damage by throwing things around. A group of campers by a lake in the woods suddenly found themselves in trouble when strong winds put them at risk. A camper recorded a video showing how strong the wind was, blowing things everywhere.
Holy! Hi.
The rock suddenly rises and is blown away, narrowly missing one of the campers.
Oh! Hi.
Luckily, the rock didn't hit him, but the outcome could have been disastrous if it had. On March 16, 2014, police shot and killed a homeless man who was illegally camping in the Albuquerque foothills. The victim, 38-year-old James Boyd, was shot dead for turning his back on the officers.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Move it up!
Following the incident, the department asserted that the officers were justified in their actions as they approached Boyd, who was sleeping, to confront him about his illegal camping in a public area. Body cam footage from the police reveals that Boyd was not moving, and despite having a knife, he was shot. How do you feel about this incident? Tents are convenient for camping. Some can even be attached to the car. However, it's not safe to be inside the tent while the vehicle is moving. But it looks like this man forgot his friend was still inside when he started driving. The driver zips up the tent and drives off while the man inside tries to hang onto the side to prevent falling out. However, he can't keep his grip. He attempts to alert the driver that he's still inside, but the driver doesn't hear him. Seconds later, he falls to the ground. Always make sure your camping buddy is securely out of the tent before driving away. Watching this gives me a feeling of claustrophobia. This TikToker wanted to share his camping trip and explored a cave, not expecting what would happen next.
So the reason I kept pushing is I thought it was gonna get wider, but as I'm getting closer, I realize it's an illusion.
The boy tragically became trapped by a rock inside the cave and struggled to breathe without drowning. He describes how he ended up in this predicament and fears for his life if the cave floods.
It's been like an off and on raining type of day. If it floods at all, I'm done for. So I'm gonna attempt to turn back around, even though I don't know if I can.
The boy tries to push the rock to escape the cave, but fails.
This is not good. Legit. To move forward.
I hope he got out of there safely. Dan, the creator behind Novice Wild Camper, goes on a solo camping trip that turns into an unforgettable experience. On October 5th, 2024, in Dartmoor National Park, England, he arrives on a chilly, serene night. After setting up camp, starting a fire, and having a meal, he enjoys the peaceful surroundings. As night falls, feeling exhausted, Dan prepares to sleep. However, just as he settles in his tent, the quiet is disrupted.
Right, I'm on Dartmoor at the moment, in the middle of nowhere. And I'm not filming tonight, but I brought my camera. But all night long I can hear this really weird noise. I don't know if this is going to pick it up. Just hear it there. Hear it? It's a long way away.
At first, there's a faint growl, distant but undeniably real. Dan hadn't planned to film for his channel that night, but his instincts kick in and he grabs his camera, hoping to record whatever is lurking out there.
I don't know if this will pick it up.
The eerie growling continues, echoing through the darkness. As Dan's sense of safety fades, he decides to stay huddled in his tent, silently hoping that whatever is outside will eventually move on.
Still doing it, but very quietly.
Eventually, the growling fades away into the night, leaving Dan safe but filled with a lingering sense of unease and a lot of questions about the creature behind the unsettling noise. One thing is certain, his solo camping trip in Dartmoor was far from ordinary. A woman camping in the woods comes across a bear. Following the advice to remain still and calm, she does her best to stay composed. However, the bear ends up taking her jacket, and now it seems content.
No.
That must have been a tense moment, but at least it was just the jacket that was taken. Nature and camping can be unpredictable, and weather can impact your trip. This camper was stuck for 9 days due to a severe storm, with the tent shaking and snow and fog everywhere.
Det är något elskåp vi gör. Nej, det bör inte fortsätta. Har du fått någon väderprognos? Solen!
The man reveals the harsh conditions he endured for 9 days, including a thick fog that made it nearly impossible to see the town. This guy got the full nature survival experience, whether he wanted it or not. 2 years ago, on November 9th, in Asheville, North Carolina, something truly shocking took place. It was a bright, sunny day, perfect for exploring and finding a quiet spot to relax. But what followed was nothing short of horrifying. Meet Sarah, a popular YouTuber from the channel Sarah Dungo, where she shares her stealth camping adventures. After a day of exploring, she parked near a peaceful park, cooked some pasta, and settled in to unwind. Everything seemed perfect, until the calm was abruptly interrupted. Suddenly, 2 loud knocks echoed through her van. Startled, Sarah wondered why someone would knock on her van. She was in a secluded area, far from any trouble, or so she thought. The knocks came again, this time louder. Panic set in. Who could it be, and what did they want? Sarah mustered all her courage and peeked out to see who was there. That's when she saw a man staring through the front window.
Know her, please leave me be.
He asked Sarah about a girl he claimed to be looking for and insisted on checking inside her van. Realizing the danger, Sarah quickly drove off, her heart racing. It was a terrifying experience that left her and her viewers shaken. Just picture it. You're alone in your van, trying to sleep, and suddenly, a stranger is trying to get inside. It's the worst nightmare for anyone traveling solo. Thankfully, Sarah got away unharmed. This is Lee, a TikToker you might recognize from his channel, Worm Watson. Lee is known for sharing serene bike ride videos through dense forests, captivating thousands of followers. However, this time, his journey took an unexpected dark turn. It started as a typical ride through the woods, with Lee relying on Google Maps to guide him through the winding, remote trails. But soon, the app began glitching, failing to load and leaving him lost in the forest. After several frustrating loops, he decided to pull over, hoping a quick restart would get him back on track. That's when the unexpected happened.
I don't think my map is working. I keep spinning around and it's not showing me. I think I'm like... Oh, that was weird. Come on. Okay, now it's working. Dead end. Oh. Hey! You better not be following me, dude. Okay. I'm gonna get out of here.
All good. All good. All good.
Lee spots a guy in the shadows, standing there with an axe, chopping at a tree, or so it looked. Feeling something was off, Lee decided it was time to go. The guy seemed sketchy and possibly dangerous. Without wasting any time, he fired up his motorbike and tried to get as far away as possible. But just when he thought he was in the clear, he hit a dead end and had no choice but to turn back toward the axe-wielding guy. Thankfully, Lee managed to zoom past him and got out of the forest, heart racing. He posted the video on TikTok, and a lot of people were worried about him. Lee mentioned he didn't know who the guy was or what he was doing out there, but luckily, he never saw him again. The factsbyhowtohunt.com channel focuses on the outdoors, educating people about nature and encouraging them to explore the wilderness. In January 2022, they uploaded a spooky video featuring a group of teenagers reacting to strange noises coming from the woods.
I hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light.
Hey!
That was not an elk. Where's that coming from? Get my keys. Oh, get ready. Everybody, get in my truck.
Many viewers felt the sound was like human screams, which would be unsettling if someone was yelling in the woods. Some think the video was staged, but the reactions seemed real. Whatever made the noises, it's fortunate the group didn't run into it. Grizzly Gaz runs a camping channel on YouTube where he shares his hiking and camping trips in the UK, usually with his French bulldog, Fendi. He often camps in tough conditions and sometimes encounters big animals in the woods, which he films. In April 2023, he uploaded a video from a camping trip in the UK woods. The start of the trip went smoothly. He set up his tent, made a fire, and hung out with Fendi. While Gaz was cooking steak over the fire, a stranger showed up at his campsite asking for a beer and some food.
Right, we've got steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye, pot boiling for some mash, and I've got a visitor. Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. I shit my pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak, so...
Just some random crate wandering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
I don't think I was. I could have been.
Although the man approached calmly, it was still unsettling for Gaz to have a stranger asking for food and drinks while camping alone. Some of the man's sentences didn't make sense, and he seemed to talk a lot without focus. Later, Gaz revealed that Martin was homeless. During dinner, Martin talked about how substances messed up his life, leaving him wandering the woods. What was creepy was that Martin slipped away without saying thanks for the meal. After the encounter, Gaz decided to pack up and leave, worried Martin might tell others about him. He set up a trail camera to see if Martin came back. The next day, the camera was gone, adding to the mystery. In April 2019, YouTuber Jason uploaded a video to his channel, Appy Mountain Trekkers, showcasing his solo overnight hike in the mountains. His channel mainly focuses on hiking, camping, and survival content. The hike to the mountain was smooth, and once he arrived at his campsite, he set up his tent and showed how to start a fire. While preparing for the night, he began carving a spoon, but was interrupted by a strange noise coming from the top of the mountain. He thought it was just a bird or small animal, and continued his setup. Around 9 p.m., he turned off the camera to sleep, but was woken up less than an hour later by a strange, guttural animal call. The sound was distant, and he couldn't figure out what it was.
I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig, some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life. life.
Still rattled from being abruptly woken up, Jason attempts to go back to sleep, but around 1 a.m., he is disturbed again by the sound of something or someone moving around his tent.
Whatever it is, it's close. You hear that? Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them, and it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter.
If you look closely in the bottom left corner, you can see what looks like a pair of eyes reflecting in the light. The bright white reflection suggests they might be from wolves or coyotes. While wolf and coyote attacks on humans are rare, they can get aggressive if they feel threatened. Jason doesn't seem to notice the eyes as he scans the area. He ended up going back to his tent and sleeping through the night. The next morning, he gave an update but didn't mention the eyes, probably because he didn't notice them. After that, there were no more updates on the situation. This video shows a campsite where the wind has blown all the tents into the air.
Falls ich nicht mehr leben sollte, ich liebe euch alle am Monaco. Oh mein Gott, wir werden alle sterben. Also, der Tornado zieht an uns vorbei, wie Sie sehen. Der Tornado zieht an uns vorbei. Wow, Alter. Geil. Hier, einmal winken. Hallo, hallo. Tornado, bye bye. Oh, der Bullermann.
Fortunately, the flying tents are lightweight and harmless. No one gets injured, and people are even laughing at the situation. When we think of camping, we usually imagine a beautiful landscape with trees and nature, but camping can sometimes be better and more peaceful than it seems. This camping spot in Oakland, California is far from the ideal camping experience. It's likely one of the worst camping trips you could have. As you can see, everything is covered in dirt and disorder, and it's even unsettling to watch. It's disappointing to see a camping spot end up like this. The police discovered a little 4-year-old boy who was lost in the woods. A 4-year-old child got lost while with his Labrador Retriever in New Jersey.
Hey, buddy. I got him. Hey, I got you. Come here. You're okay.
When the boy was found, the officer told him that everything was okay, and he mentioned that he had lost his shoes. The child was found on the same day he went missing, and the video quickly went viral, with many people claiming that the dog had saved his life. A camper took this creepy footage in the early 2000s. It shows a guy chilling in his tent when he spots a strange figure following him. He takes off running for safety, but if you look closely, the figure doesn't seem human. Could it be Bigfoot he's running from? It definitely looks like something out of a horror movie. Introducing Gaz, the well-known YouTuber behind the channel Grizzly Gaz, recognized for his thrilling camping adventures, gear testing, and wilderness explorations with his loyal dog, Fendi. Gaz has gained a following by showcasing his passion for the outdoors. Together, Gaz and Fendi have embarked on numerous adventures, always together and eager to face new challenges. However, this night would be different. On March 12th, 2023, a cold yet sunny day, Gaz headed out on a solo camping trip to a woodland located about an hour and a half from his home. While he had visited this spot before without encountering anything strange, he had heard rumors of campers fleeing the forest due to strange sounds and a strong sense of unease. Today, Gaz was about to find out if those whispers were true.
Right, I'm losing light now, so I need to find somewhere to camp.
As the sun set, Gaz found the perfect spot to set up camp. The view was serene and the air was crisp. Little did he know, this peaceful location would soon become the backdrop for a night that would leave him with more questions than answers. As night fell, Gaz and Fendi settled into their tent, surrounded by the quiet of the forest, with only the occasional rustling of leaves breaking the silence. Everything seemed calm until suddenly, without warning, the night was pierced by a loud bang, resembling gunshots, echoing through the woods. Heart pounding, Gaz peeked outside his tent to investigate the source of the noise, but what he saw only added to his unease.
See Ed Torch going downhill. Very peculiar.
Gaz saw a figure running through the woods with a flashlight in hand. Holding his breath, he watched as the person quickly moved between the trees. Fortunately, the figure didn't approach him and soon vanished from sight. Though uneasy, Gaz tried to brush it off. After all, he was an experienced outdoorsman and assumed it was just someone out late. However, deep down, he felt something was off. What he didn't know was that this was just the beginning.
Hello?
As the night grew colder and Fendi softly snored beside him, Gaz began to hear something strange. At first, it was faint, but unmistakable, a sound almost like a woman crying. It came from somewhere outside his tent, cutting through the stillness of the forest. Gaz had spent countless nights in the wilderness, but he had never heard anything like this before. Could it have been an animal? Or worse, was it connected to the person he had seen earlier? He couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Determined to uncover what was going on, Gaz took his flashlight and carefully looked outside. The night was completely silent, as though whatever had been crying had stopped when it sensed him. His mind raced. Was it just the wind fooling him, or was something more sinister happening?
I think it's just the wind. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like someone moaning. I think it's just the wind going over tent.
For a brief moment, Gaz considered leaving, but he reassured himself it was just his mind playing tricks. He lay back in his tent, and exhaustion soon took over, lulling him to sleep, though not before one final eerie silence, as if something was observing him. The following morning, with no further disturbances, the strange events of the night still lingered in his mind. What had he actually heard out there? The questions remained unresolved. Many people camp illegally, and if you set up on private property, the owner might confront you. This video shows a couple trying to camp in front of someone's private property.
No tolerance, even though I'm clearly not doing anything besides just driving for long ways from Canada.
Yep, I'll be direct with you, and not gonna...
The couple, exhausted after hours of driving, stopped on the side of the road next to private property, assuming they wouldn't be disturbed. However, shortly after, a man on a bike showed up and told them to leave, even though they were on the opposite side of the road.
So do I. We all pay taxes. I pay taxes in Canada.
Talk to the sheriff, and he won't have a lot of sympathy for your situation.
Maybe not. No, just as a traveler. As a traveler.
The owner complains that many people come and make campfires, and he's had enough of it. Eventually, the owner leaves, and the couple laughs, saying they're tired of rich people in their beach houses, remarking, "We're all humans."
Humans? We're all humans.
It's tough to find places to rest, but property owners also have valid concerns. Many people believe they can set up camp anywhere, but that's only sometimes the case. Camping is banned in protected areas. On May 22nd or 23rd, officers were alerted to reports of illegal campsites in the region. They entered the woods to investigate and discovered a concealed trap near a tent.
State law enforcement, Florida Fish and Wildlife. Anybody here? Come on out. How many of y'all's back there? All right.
Come on out here, man. Grab IDs if you have them. You got any weapons back there? Okay.
The officers began shouting to check if anyone was around. Initially, there was no reply, but soon, a man and a woman emerged. It was revealed that they were camping illegally and had been living there for several weeks.
Cut this down just so I got this open back here.
You the only ones back here right now?
Yeah.
Is there anybody else staying here or just you guys?
No, sir. We know it was just us.
Okay. Gotcha. You know this is state forest, right?
We thought we could camp here. Our buddy said we could.
Yeah, there's no camping allowed anywhere out here in the state forest, so.
Okay. How long you been camping here for?
We just been here a night or two. We've been here for a couple of weeks.
Where'd he go?
Down south.
Let's get your name and date of birth. What's your first name?
Michelle. Is most of the stuff out here you guys, or is it your buddies, or?
Some of it's mine, but most of it's his.
Has he just left it for you to have, or is he coming back for it?
He went down south. I don't know. Get away from just get away from here, or what deal is
The officer then inspected the tent and found several syringe plungers. When he questioned the woman about them, she denied ownership. However, the officer also uncovered illicit substances, and the woman explained that the man was unaware she had them.
Yeah. We're going to walk out of the truck and test this, see if it tests positive or not. Our truck's, I don't know what, quarter mile, half mile back over there in the woods.
Am I going to jail if it's positive? You said.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm thinking what I'll do is not charge you for this paraphernalia stuff, these stuff. Save that charge. You know what I'm saying?
You won't charge you for. Well, you said you wouldn't charge me if I was honest.
I said I'd work with you. And I am working with you.
You are, but please don't put me in jail. I want to see my kids.
I understand that, but you guys got a whole nother situation. You're obviously an addict. Maybe
I'm
going.
not an addict. No, I just literally freaking started doing it because I was.
The man and the woman were finally arrested and taken to jail. Creepy Outdoors is a YouTube channel where the uploader visits spooky outdoor spots, particularly at night throughout the year. In October 2022, they shared a video from a camping trip in a secluded forest. The footage captures their journey through the dark woods, with only the sound of their breathing at first. It's impressive how brave they are, being alone in such a creepy setting with no idea of what they might encounter. As the video continues, the uploader comments on what they see, but there's no one else in sight. Then, around 13 minutes in, a chilling noise shifts the tone of the video.
Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. That was creepy. I need to get out of here.
A voice from a couple hundred feet away yells, "I see you." While it could have been a coyote or fox, it sounded too much like "I see you," suggesting it might have been another camper trying to scare the uploader. Since the YouTuber had been making noise, they might have accidentally alerted someone who wanted to prank them. It's strange that anyone would be in that remote part of the woods. What's unsettling is that the voice called out right after the uploader turned off his lamp, almost like they were waiting for that moment. Luckily, the uploader got back to their campsite safely and continued sharing videos afterward. The ancient Ram Inn, a historic building in England, has been the site of numerous paranormal investigations. A YouTuber decided to spend the night there, recording everything in the hopes of capturing some paranormal activity on camera. He had no idea that he'd recorded a really unsettling noise. As you can hear, there's a creepy sound that left me speechless. You can see the YouTuber getting scared, and his friend who's filming is equally freaked out.
Did you? I heard a knock behind me. Footsteps.
Jesus. Oh, it's too much at once, this is.
They'll surely be more careful next time. A group of friends in Indonesia set out into the woods, hoping to film venomous snakes and crocodiles. While recording their adventure, they stumbled upon something unexpected. At first, they didn't notice anything unusual, but as they walked further, they saw a figure running in the dark. Instead of backing off, they chose to chase it, but the figure was too fast and vanished quickly. When they reviewed their footage later, they realized the mysterious figure had passed right by them without them noticing. Could they have captured a real creature on camera? Or was it all staged? The mystery remains unsolved, leaving them to wonder what they truly encountered in the woods. Finn Brenton, the adventurer behind the popular YouTube channel Fanatic, takes us along on one of his wild journeys. In this video, he and his friend Jacquin go camping in Massachusetts' Freetown Forest, a place known for being one of the most haunted forests in the world. The forest has a dark reputation for satanic rituals, tragic events, and a long history of documented crimes. It's September 2nd, 2023, and Finn and Jacquin arrive, parking their car in a remote spot since camping here is prohibited. They set up their camp in secret, and even though it's still daylight, an eerie feeling lingers, knowing the forest's grim past. As they set up their tent, the sun starts to set, and the two friends decide to cook some food. They try to keep things light, laughing, and enjoying the moment, completely unaware of the terrifying night that's about to unfold.
This better be for you, because I'm not eating it.
By the way, we're living off peanut butter and jelly right now. I'm trying just to talk and have a bunch of light on because we're actually just terrified. So that's good. I also do not have a knife, so I am using this machete to spread the peanut butter.
Hopefully there's not no bear that attacks us, then he's just gonna want to eat us more.
Oh my god, if there was a bear, we would be absolutely screwed right now. I feel like that's like their favorite thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I completely forgot that there's bears out here.
Oh, wait, what?
We're not in Texas. There's like actual plenty of... What? You heard something? Oh my god, did you just, did something just touch me? Like, shine the light that way, shine the actual big light that way.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything.
Oh my god, holy. Or maybe it was just like the tent rubbing up my back. No, dude, that's not what that was. There's no way.
The way you're straddling me, I know you're scared of me.
Look at my hands. I don't know if it's probably like the fact that we're out here and that's like tripping me out, but I swear when I turned right there, something like through the tent just like touched my back.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
There's no way. I like that's the only thing like keeping me okay right now. There's no way that's absolutely possible. Unless there's someone behind me right now and they're just listening to me talk about this. That's the only way that would be possible. Oh my god, dude, look at my hands. I can't stop shaking, bro.
While making their meal, weird things start occurring, making both of them uneasy. Too frightened to go outside, they choose to stay huddled together in their tent.
We're tripping out right now. We've heard a few things. One that I thought was a scream, but I'm now thinking it's a fox. Foxes kind of sound like that.
I don't think it was a fox.
Deep within the dark woods, they hear a terrifying sound, almost like a woman screaming, echoing through the trees. They try to reason it out to ease their minds, but the scream keeps haunting them. Finn and Jacquin decide to turn in for the night, hoping they can sleep through the unease. However, after lying awake for hours, feeling tense, they wait for daylight, trying to distract themselves with breakfast. But even with the sun up, the eerie noises continue.
Smoke that you see down there, that is the water burning through the bottom of our tent.
What is making that sound?
It sounds like a perk. Okay, it got a little bit creepier because now we have this on top, so you really cannot see out of the tent. Bro, why does it sound like someone is crying? I'm out. I don't know what to do because I'm not doing that. That'll forever be a no from me. Yeah, walking out of there took so unbelievably long. Oh, that night really tripped me out.
Eventually, they reach their breaking point, completely drained and shaken. Finn and Jacquin quickly pack up and rush out of the forest, deeply disturbed by their experience in Freetown State Forest, swearing never to return. Meet Sergey, a Russian YouTuber known for his fearless camping adventures in remote forests. Sergey shares his unfiltered journeys into the wild, exploring untouched landscapes that few would dare venture into alone. Today, we're taking you back to February 6th, 2019, when Sergey embarked on an unusual trip into the Siberian wilderness. He had heard unsettling rumors from another hunter about a particular forest, said to hide dark secrets deep within. Eager to uncover the truth, Sergey packed his gear and headed into the unknown, unaware of the nightmarish events waiting for him. After hours of trekking, Sergey finds a quiet, secluded spot to set up camp. As night falls and the last light fades, he retreats to his tent, hoping for a peaceful rest. But peace is the last thing he gets.
Твою мать.
The calm of the forest is broken by strange, unidentifiable noises coming from just outside his camp. Sergey, curious and unsettled, decides to investigate. He grabs his camera and steps into the cold night air. Uncertain of what it was, he ventures deeper into the woods, seemingly unbothered by whatever might be lurking out there.
Oh.
The strange noises persist, and a nearby branch snapping puts him on high alert, but his curiosity gets the better of him, and he continues forward. It starts to seem like there are multiple people out there, and if you listen carefully, you can hear a woman's cry echoing through the trees. But why would anyone be in the woods so late at night? Gunshots suddenly ring out, barely missing Sergey. His heart races as he drops to the ground, knowing that one wrong move could be his last. He lies flat for a tense 20 minutes until the sounds finally fade away. Once it feels safe, he decides to leave, choosing to abandon his campsite and escape the forest. Since that night, there has been no update on what exactly happened in those woods, but Sergey is now certain that the rumors the other hunter told him were true. In this haunting clip from the TikTok account, Depths of Despair, we witness the final moments of Jeff Kessler, who disappeared during a solo camping trip to his favorite spot in Oregon. His camera was later recovered, showing unsettling footage of his last moments. On a warm July evening in 2017, Jeff was abruptly woken by mysterious noises outside his tent, unaware of the danger that was about to unfold.
Third time I've been woken up by goddamn noises. Yeah, you can hear it. It's up from that side. Sounds right outside the tent. There's someone right outside the tent.
A loud, unsettling noise echoed right next to his tent, leaving Jeff frozen in fear. He remained still, hoping to determine if it was just a passing animal.
That can't be. That's not a fucking animal. That's someone's messing around with the rocks out there. Jesus Christ.
As the noises persist, Jeff realizes they sound human, as if someone is tampering with the rocks near his campsite. He calls out, hoping to frighten off whoever is lurking right beside his tent.
Hey, fucking leave me alone!
Jeff's call is answered only by silence until, out of nowhere, something even more alarming happens. The tent is suddenly ripped open with force, and driven by sheer survival instinct, Jeff races away into the darkness, leaving his camera behind. Thinking he might have escaped, Jeff takes out his phone to record his surroundings while trying to find a way out. Suddenly, the recording stops, leaving behind a chilling image of a tall, shadowy figure in the distance, sparking even more questions about what happened to him. The next morning, a group of local rangers discovered Jeff's campsite, with his belongings scattered around, including his camera and phone, but there was no sign of Jeff. To this day, he has never returned, and his disappearance remains a chilling, unsolved mystery that continues to unsettle those who knew him and anyone who hears the story. This video was recorded in June 2001 by Jim Mills, who runs a youth group called Campus Life.
Some kind of creature has taken and piled tons and tons of leaves and branches to either camouflage or make a place to hide. We notice claw marks as we look at the trees and stuff. Then we come around, we spin in here, and we see how whatever it is has been all smoothed out.
The boys were on their annual backpacking trip and never expected to capture Bigfoot on camera. The campers noticed signs that Bigfoot had been in the area, and suddenly they saw a figure walking down a hill, but it quickly changed direction.
No, stop
looking at us.
It's kind of looking at us.
I don't see it.
Moving now.
The tree is? It's to the right of him. It's walking that way.
What tree?
Trees. Okay. See the King's Castle?
Yeah. He's that kind of little skinny thing.
That little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the right side of the tree.
Kind of small, but this is a far way away.
I don't see nothing. Seriously.
On the ridge.
On the ridge?
Right on the ridge.
Almost to those trees.
He's coming down this way. See the patch of snow in the middle there? There's 3 patches of snow up there. See the one right up, straight up above the patch of snow?
Right under that big wall.
There could be something that's the bigger patch of the 3 patches of snow.
Over here?
Yeah.
What about it?
He's walking up right on the ledge. See, he's just there. Did you see him moving? He's almost to the tree there. Those 2 trees. Or 3 of it might be 2.
Do you think they captured Bigfoot on camera?
Look like a person.
It does not look like a person.
Look like a person.
Its arms are way too big. Look at how long the hands hang down to the.
How can you see from? They're down to his knees at least, aren't they?
Look what I'm looking at. Oh, shoot. Can't find him now.
Now, when the guy comes walking down and says, "Hi," you're gonna erase all of that.
This is.
Why?
Because it's not very.
Probably about an hour. Gets darker at night.
Okay, we better have more fun.
His arms obviously hang.
Hold on, need to.
His arms obviously hang below his knees.
Shh. Don't make fun of Sasquatch.
It's easy to get excited, but without clearer evidence, it's hard to say what they saw. In 2018, the camp police tried to engage with the city's homeless people, aiming to connect them with the necessary services.
Checked their reports, and basically the end of last year he had gave a note to a close friend of his, and his last check, and the note said he was depressed and he didn't want to go on living, and don't try to find him, and when they do, and just make sure he's cremated and spread his ashes around, and I don't remember where it said, but and he disappeared. So that was the end of 2017. And
obviously somebody cares about you. They called you enough to enter you in the system as a possible endangered person. So
during one outreach effort, they discovered a man who had been missing for some time, living in the woods without a home. This video shows what happened when the police found him.
You handed a note and your last check and all your property to. Yeah, she reported you missing and endangered. So I'm talking to the Federal Way Police right now. So our concern is obviously that you're okay and that you're going to engage into some type of services. So can we tell her you're okay? Do you remember who that was that you gave the note to?
The police were concerned for him and showed empathy. This shows the importance of outreach programs. They can literally save lives. This clip comes from the YouTube channel TGF Bro, run by 2 adventurous friends, Jay and Ramel, who are famous for sharing their most daring and wild experiences. In this video, Jay, Ramel, and 2 of their friends explore the UK's most haunted forest, Darwin's Wood. The forest has a chilling history, with numerous bodies discovered there and many people mysteriously disappearing, particularly in the early 1900s. That's why locals call it the Screaming Woods, as eerie screams are said to echo through the trees at night. On April 4th, 2019, the 4 friends head into the woods to camp, laughing nervously, completely unaware of the terrifying events that await them in the dark.
This is the center point, yeah? We'll leave this on the floor recording with the GoPro so it captures any activity. And this is our meeting point. We split up into 2 groups, yeah? And then we have to go off in the opposite directions to each other and then literally go explore in the forest. We've got a tent each and 2 sleeping bags each.
Bro, my BPM, yeah, bro. Got a heart monitor, yeah, and pressed it against my heart, bro. Bro, Diplo would have another song, bro, let me tell you that.
Yo, f this place, man.
Why don't you and Luke go down there, and then me and Jay go down there?
Opposite directions. We're gonna leave you with this camera while we go exploring, and this light is kind of like our checkpoint, like our meeting point. So yeah, good luck with looking at that bull over there.
To explore more of the forest, they decide to split up and leave a camera at their meeting point in case anything unusual occurs. But as soon as they part ways, the atmosphere in the forest changes and a tense feeling fills the air.
I don't like this at all.
We haven't heard anything unusual yet, but we did, but it can be explained as cars are driving around.
Come on, let's just, we got each other and we're together. You good?
Yo.
What, it's like got markings on it? What are these red markings, bro? Bro, I do not like. No, bro. Bro, they've all got red markings on, dude. Dude, look. No.
You look okay?
Yeah, we're good, you know. It's like weird red marks on a load of trees around us.
What do they look like, man? Like
weird, like it's just nah, man, my body's not liking this, bro.
Yo, guys, can you hear me?
Yo, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, bro. I just watched the torch where I put the GoPro flicker like 4 times, bro. I'm 100% serious. I'll watch.
Weird sounds start echoing from deep in the trees, making everyone feel on edge. Then, Jay spots the camera light at their meeting point flickering, even though no one is near it. Already feeling uneasy, they decide they've explored enough and gather together to set up camp.
Why did I feel like I was just in a scene of Spy Kids?
Just listen, yeah. This forest is...
I don't like this in one piece, but at all. No, what are we doing? I just feel like that noise is way too consistent.
As they set up their tents, the peace is broken by eerie screams echoing through the woods, making the friends question if it's safe to stay the night. However, curiosity gets the better of them, and they decide to head deeper into the forest again.
Did you guys hear crackling over there?
Yeah.
Like, heavy crackling.
Yo, what? What?
Something or someone's walking over there, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What did you see?
Right in there, I saw something. Like ice.
The further they venture, the weirder things become. Shadows appear to move on their own, and unsettling sounds drift through the trees, keeping them on high alert.
Because you were freaking me out, and I didn't want to say because I was really scared at the time.
Do you know how we were kind of like looking around and feeling kept saying, I saw someone in the woods? There's me thinking, right, our minds are playing tricks on us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I believe in this ghost or whatever it is. Bro, you not? Yeah. I looked to my left in the trees, and there's a kid stood there, bro. Like, the kid, I can't even recall what it was. He was wearing shorts, that's all I remember. I saw legs and I saw a small body, like a small little frail body, bro. Thin kid, stood behind a tree, like kind of like peeking.
Then, Jay insists he spots a child standing among the trees. Panic sets in as more eerie sounds echo through the woods, making them wonder if they're being watched.
Did you just hear that?
Yo.
Shh.
Record.
What is that? What is that? Yeah, tent. What the is that? Yo, Jay, we're finished. Oh, bro, all I want to do, is I want to get in my car.
Guys, alright.
I would say, like, come to the woods, but, like, daytime. Yo, let's just go. That's not coming from... No, the gate is there.
Yeah, I just want to go home. Never coming back, yeah? This place is Thanks for watching. We love you, peace.
As the terrifying sounds persist, the friends realize they can't stay any longer. They quickly pack up and abandon their campsite, leaving Darwin's Wood and its eerie mysteries behind in the dead of night. While camping, you may come across wildlife, but sometimes you encounter other strange situations. In this video, a couple has an encounter with a man who begins shouting at them and standing in front of their van.
Well, yeah, I would actually. Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's not alone, she's a woman. Get in the car, she don't pick on women, you big bully. No. Oh, you're a bully. Pick on anyone I welcome me.
Sometimes, unexpected encounters with people can be just as unsettling. Chris Dickinson, who lives in Oklahoma and runs the YouTube channel Sooner Sasquatch, is known for his Sasquatch hunting videos. In these videos, he often films himself camping in the woods. In the video, he captured what he believes to be strong evidence of these creatures. While camping, Chris heard strange noises one night and decided to leave his camp to investigate. He checked the area with only a weak flashlight and his night vision camera. When he reached the location, he claimed to have smelled a horrible odor.
There's something dead over here. It smells like something dead. God, it stinks.
Honestly, if I were Chris, I would have just gone home, but he stayed to get some footage, and what he saw next was seriously creepy.
Whoa, the hell was that?
Chris realizes he's not alone and takes off running. You can see a breath coming from the creature as it watches him. Some people think it looks like a human figure, but it's hard to tell. Do you think it's Sasquatch or something else? This is Richard, famous for showcasing his self-built camper van adventures on his YouTube channel, Indie Vanna Jones Van Life UK. In this clip, he embarks on another adventure. On May 25th, 2022, he decided to spend the night just outside Great Yarmouth, England. After arriving at his spot in the evening, he expected a calm night, but things took an unexpected turn.
I've just pulled up, and I've got a light on this, that's why you can see me, it's a red light. But it's a power cut, just like, it's pitch black. You've got camper van down there, but it's absolutely pitch black. There's the van, I've got the lights on there, but it's quite eerie actually.
As the night falls completely dark, Richard gets comfortable in his van, preparing to sleep. Just as he's about to nod off, he hears an unexpected noise.
I think they're trying the doors. I don't know why I'm telling you to.
At around 2 a.m., Richard hears someone trying to open the door handles, attempting to break into his van. Startled and uncertain, he stays quiet, considering his next move.
Try locking it again, and... Oh. I think that's worse. I can hear the van.
Richard swiftly relocks the van using his keys, hoping to drive away whoever's outside. A car then drives off, and he exhales in relief, assuming his plan has worked.
I think they're gone. I think they're gone. Let's go and have a look, shall we? There's all that. I've just got the head torch on. Still a power. Yeah, look, see? Look, see? Nobody is around. Close that up. Alright. I want to get back into bed. I don't want anybody to know I'm here. That was scary. That was a bit spooky. It's the first time that's ever happened to me. Someone actually tried to steal fuel out the van while I was inside it. Right, but I'm all locked up. I'm not moving. I struggle trying to find a spot. I'm not moving just yet now. I'm gonna see if I can get back to sleep. I'm dead sheet.
Gathering his courage, Richard steps out to inspect the van and discovers the fuel hatch open, indicating someone may have attempted to siphon fuel. Disturbed by this, he heads back to bed, but the unsettling events of the night are far from over.
I think they're back. I think they're back.
Suddenly, the same noise echoes outside, the sound of someone trying the doors again. Shocked, Richard sets down his camera and calls out, letting them know he's there. Fortunately, his voice appears to be enough to scare them off.
Right, that's it. I'm moving spots. Lesson learned. I ain't parking there again. It's a Friday night. I've had some time to think. It took me about half an hour to find another spot. And I've basically just come up the A47 and found a lay-by. And I've dumped it in that. I'm by a road, but I don't care. It's getting on now. I might try for a couple of hours sleep before I actually have to wake up, but it's a Friday night. At least we know fuel thefts and van break-ins. This does look like a van. Doesn't look like a camper van. That's possibly where I made the mistake. Lesson learned. My next camper van is actually going to look like a camper van. I might just chop a window into the side of this just to make it look like a camper van. But I'm going to attempt to sleep. Worst case scenario, I've got a walking pole down there. I can do absolutely nothing with it.
After the second incident, Richard chose to leave immediately, realizing the spot wasn't safe. He drove around for a while, searching for a more secure location, still reflecting on what had occurred. Eventually, he found a quiet place and was able to get a few hours of peaceful sleep. Despite this, the unsettling feeling from the encounters lingered for days. It's disturbing to think about how much danger can come from others with ill intentions, even in places that should be peaceful. Fortunately, Richard remained calm and made it through unharmed. This video is from Chris, the YouTuber behind Urbex Hill, where he's been sharing his urban exploration experiences for over 10 years. Chris isn't easily spooked and loves checking out creepy, rundown places, even in the dead of night. In this video, he's exploring one of his creepiest spots yet, Helltown. Once known as Boston Township, Helltown is full of strange stories, from creepy legends to cults and tragic events. By the 1970s, the town was abandoned after the government forced everyone to leave, leaving behind empty houses and a really creepy vibe. Then, in 1974, even weirder stuff happened, making the town even more of a local legend with its deserted homes, spooky woods, and dark past.
That's where I'm headed to right now, to find a paper wheel.
When Chris rolls into town, he rides his bike down the empty streets, heading toward the old paper mill. At first, everything seems calm, with only the sound of crickets filling the silence. But that peace doesn't last for long. As he nears an old barn near the mill, strange and unfamiliar noises start to grab his attention.
I'm surprised this barn is still standing despite how old it is. What the hell is that? What the is that?
A loud, eerie sound suddenly comes from the tall grass next to the barn. Chris can't figure out what's causing it, but his curiosity gets the better of him, and he decides to check it out.
What does this lead to? I don't want to get lost.
As Chris gets closer, a sense of being watched slowly creeps over him, his heavy breathing revealing his unease. But, true to form, Chris doesn't back down. He pushes forward, moving deeper into the tall grass, unaware of what lies ahead. That's when he spots it.
Something's over there. I can hear it. This stuff is like quicksand. Gotta be careful.
Two glowing eyes shine through the dark, staring at Chris from afar. If you pay attention, you can hear a strange, eerie sound. Despite feeling uneasy, Chris cautiously moves closer, only to hear the unsettling noise once more.
Do not want to get lost in this stuff. What the hell is that? Turn back.
Realizing he's off track, Chris decides to head back and retrace his steps before he gets completely lost, unaware that the scariest part of his journey is still ahead.
Something's over there. I can hear it.
He sees it again, a creature with glowing eyes, watching him while making that unsettling sound. Although he can't figure out exactly what the creature is, he estimates it's about 6 to 8 feet tall, based on the surrounding grass. Feeling increasingly uneasy and scared, Chris chooses to backtrack, hoping to find safety, but what he encounters instead is far from comforting.
I keep hearing something. It sounds like it's following me.
He soon realizes something is following him. If you listen carefully, you can hear something rustling through the tall grass behind him. He quickens his pace and, fortunately, manages to make it out safely. Heading home, he's still shaken by what happened. When he later reviews his footage, he turns to his viewers, asking them a question.
What the hell is that?
What kind of animal could make that sound? No one knows exactly what he encountered that night, so if you have any ideas, let us know in the comments below. YouTuber Adventures drives his stealth camper van into the woods for Halloween night, parking it as close as possible before heading deeper into the forest on foot.
Here for now. Unfortunately, this is the closest that we can get to the woods. We can't take the van any further, but I will be going in there on foot.
Next to the woods is an old church and cemetery that he has to pass to get into the forest. While he's preparing to make a latte in the woods, something surprising happens. He almost misses a white shadow moving in the background, but then hears some noises nearby. Every time he looks over, he spots small orb-like lights.
I've come up to that bit where the light was just shining. What? He's moved. I'm gonna have to go and check that out. Where the hell?
What you might have overlooked was a silhouette-like figure that briefly appeared in the light.
Moved. I'm gonna have to go and check that out.
As he continues walking, he suddenly halts, certain he spots a person ahead in the darkness.
I swear, I keep seeing someone. Hold on. There's no one there, I swear. There was. I think I'm gonna go this way, to be honest with you. What the hell? That is a person. I'm not even joking. What the? I can't see anything. Oh, what was that?
He was pretty sure it was a person, since he saw them turn and look at him. Some commenters believe it might have been a mannequin for a Halloween prank, while others connect the nearby cemetery and the white orbs to something supernatural. Of course, some think it was all staged, but what actually happened in this video, that's up for debate. Bear, known for his global adventures on Exploring with Bear, is on a solo camping trip in the North American wilderness, an area believed to be Bigfoot's territory. As the sun sets and the cold sets in, Bear is about to experience something that defies explanation. It's February 6th, 2024, and on a chilly winter evening, Bear sets up camp, starts a fire, and settles in for the night. But just as he gets comfortable, an unexpected presence in the woods makes him reconsider how peaceful his night will be.
Pretty cool. You can hear like the wind starting way down there, and you can hear it like coming all the way up through, and like even when it goes up over you, it's pretty cool. You can hear it coming. You guys hear that?
As Bear lies in his tent, listening to the wind, he suddenly hears an odd sound that disrupts the quiet of the night.
Sounds like somebody whistling. And that's impossible. I mean, not impossible, but highly improbable. That's a tree squeaking. Sounds like something walking.
Bear listens closely, trying to figure out what's causing the strange sounds. Summoning his courage, he unzips his tent and looks outside.
Yeah, so much creepier when you're by yourself. And like I said, there's so many freaking sounds out here right now. making it even spookier. I start getting in my own head.
Bear exits his tent, feeling the cold air on his skin, and scans the trees, but sees nothing that could explain the sounds. Determined to be sure, he carefully explores the area, hoping to calm his nerves.
Man, my hands are freaking freezing now. Whoa, what was that? Man, I sure hope none of these big trees side on blowing down tonight. What is that? If that moves, I might poop my pants. What is that thing? Man, guys, it is getting cold out. I'm not sure what time it is again. I'm gonna have to check. I gotta get in the tent though. My hands, I should have my gloves on, but whoa. My fingers are hurting.
Bear scans the area, unsure if his mind is playing tricks or if something is really hiding in the dark, silent forest. After wandering in the cold for a while, he decides to shake off the eerie feeling and returns to his tent to warm up, but the night's strange events are far from over.
It's just something was growling out there. I am armed, but man, that sounded scary. See if it growls again. That was scary. My heart's about to pound out of my chest. That was a crazy sound.
Just as Bear starts to warm up, he hears a new sound, a low growl coming from right outside his tent. Stunned, he grabs his camera, eager to capture whatever happens next.
Hear anything now? It's been a couple minutes. I didn't even hear it walking around at all. It was just a growl. It's sort of like a snort growl. I don't know. Weird to explain.
After a few tense moments, silence falls over the campsite. Bear takes a deep breath, attempting to calm his nerves.
I mean, luckily, Man, what is going on out there?
The strange noises continue as the hours pass. With the temperature continuing to drop, Bear chooses to stay inside his tent, attempting to block out the sounds and get some sleep.
I don't know if I want to be able to get any sleep. Maybe we'll be able to catch the sunrise. I've still heard some weird stuff off camera too. I don't really hear anything right now. I can hear the snow falling now, like hitting the tent, now that all that snow just fell off. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Something was scratching the tent. And it walked halfway around it scratching. Something's walking out there. Better be ready.
Just as Bear thinks he might finally get some sleep, something begins scratching at the outside of his tent. His heart races as he grabs his weapon, wondering what could be lurking outside. Unable to relax, he lies awake, every sound adding to his anxiety. As the first light of dawn breaks, Bear realizes he's made it through the night, though barely rested, and with more questions than answers. He packs up and leaves the forest, but the eerie memories of that night stay with him, leaving him to wonder what had been watching him in the shadows. This is Dee, a YouTuber from Dee's Dark Adventures. She loves camping and being in nature, and she usually shares her outdoor trips with her followers. But this time, she's heading to a place with a pretty creepy history, one of the most haunted forests on the East Coast. It's not exactly somewhere you'd want to be alone, but that's exactly what Dee is doing. She gives her viewers a tour of her van and campsite, and everything seems fine at first. But as night sets in, things start to get a little spooky. Strange noises, like footsteps, echo around her van, and she sits there, trying to figure out what's going on outside. A loud bang echoes against her van, jolting her attention to the dark forest outside. But that's just the start of the strange events unfolding. The barking starts up nearby, but it's not the usual bark. These dogs sound terrified. It's already late, and she's parked far from any towns or houses. Why would anyone be out here this late, so deep in the woods? These unsettling thoughts linger in Dee's mind as she sits in her van, waiting for the barking and noises to stop. Another loud knock echoes against the van, followed by the sound of rustling leaves, indicating someone is outside. Dee stays still, hoping whoever it is will lose interest and leave. For the next half hour, she listens as the noises grow louder and more persistent. Then, suddenly, everything stops. The dogs quiet down, and the sounds around her van disappear. Feeling a bit safer, Dee decided to check outside to figure out where all the noises had been coming from. Little did she know, she wasn't as alone as she thought.
Stick break, dude. Stop. Sorry, damn stick break, dude. Dude.
She looks outside, unaware that someone, or something, is observing her. Feeling uneasy, she quickly closes the door and sits back in her van, still unaware of the potential danger outside. Trying to calm herself, she settles into sleep while watching a show. Just as she's about to drift off, the barking erupts again, even louder and more frantic than before. Then, this happens.
What are these wild dogs? Oh my god.
A sudden gunshot echoes through the woods, making it clear that someone is out there. After a second gunshot, Dee can't take it anymore. Fearing for her safety, she jumps into the driver's seat and speeds off, not looking back until she's far from the forest. Thankfully, she makes it out unharmed. But when reviewing her footage later, she's shocked to see eyes gleaming in the darkness that she missed before. She's left wondering, was that a person knocking on her van and watching her? And could they be linked to the gunshots? The unsettling mystery remains, but at least Dee made it out safely. Angelo, the creator behind Exploring with Angelo, is known for documenting spooky locations, including abandoned sites and haunted places. In this clip, he heads to an abandoned mill in Death Valley National Park, a spot famous for its paranormal activity. On September 20th, 2024, Angelo and his friends, Chris and Jasko, arrive to spend the night in the desert. However, their arrival marks the beginning of some unsettling events.
Hello? Somebody up there? We're just exploring the building. Don't mind us. Oh my god, what the was that? What was that? I don't think so. Okay.
Bro, I told you I saw a light when we pulled up.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I thought maybe it was just our headlights. There actually might be somebody here. All right, so we've done a couple spins around the building, and we keep hearing stuff. We literally just heard voices again.
For something like laughing.
Right?
That was weird.
It just leads us to that whole question, like, is there somebody here, or is it a paranormal experience?
Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of reports of paranormal, especially a lot of people come here specifically just to do ghost hunting.
Yes.
We found evidence that there may be somebody squatting here, or maybe just coming to camp, I guess. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff kind of just scattered everywhere. So, I don't know.
I feel like if we were like squatting here, or staying here, you probably did something really bad.
Right.
Because
Why do you say that?
when do you think the last time a police officer was out here? Like, just cruising by?
Yeah, this place is like quite literally in the middle of nowhere. I mean,
like, if you were either in danger or in trouble and had to get out, like, get away.
No one answers their calls, leaving them to question whether someone else is hiding in the building or if they're experiencing something paranormal.
Hello?
Isn't that strange that we constantly hear voices in here, but
Right.
have not yet seen an actual person?
Well, because you wonder, is it paranormal? Is it
Yeah.
real people?
But like we know people have been staying in here. I mean, here's the evidence. You got a chair.
The chair's more than
Chris checked that water. The water was actually
literally, like,
cold.
ice cold.
And we did see a light in here. At least we weren't sure if it was our headlights or like somebody in here. Maybe they just ran away. There's like a barbecue on the other side. What the is that?
The actual what's that?
Okay, I'm telling you, there's got to be somebody in here.
I'm telling you guys, I don't think we should stay here tonight. I really don't.
I don't know.
Listen.
Oh. What the? What the actual?
All right, who's up there?
There's like chains moving.
Okay, well, if we are going to plan on camping here, we should probably check the upstairs because neither of us have done that yet.
So
I went halfway.
Who's gonna do it?
Despite the strange noises, the group wonders if staying is too risky, especially if others are also wandering around. However, they remain determined and continue upstairs, where the sounds appear to be coming from.
What the footsteps? I heard that.
Right over there.
Yep.
Literally in that room.
Oh, damn. This place is freaky.
Alright, guys, come on.
Sure.
We most certainly are. There's no going back now. Okay, what was that?
You guys just feel like someone's wrong? 'Cause that's how I feel.
Dude, I feel like someone's watching us right now.
Right?
And that's the problem, the scary part is if someone is, they know this place better than we do.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
That is not a joke, yeah. I mean, if somebody's like legit squatting in here, you know, every hiding spot possible.
Every nook and cranny, every...
Okay, well, I think we should go check this other side at least, see if there actually is somebody in there or not.
As they reach the top, more noises echo throughout the mill. Shocked yet curious to uncover the source, they search every floor and room, exploring almost the entire building, but finding no signs of anyone else. They return downstairs to set up camp, hoping for a quiet meal.
Interesting. Can you tell us what's back there? Is that they, though?
As they sit down for dinner, the noises continue. After multiple attempts to find the source, they return to their spot, and Angelo starts sharing the mill's unsettling history.
By shadows, his eyes seem hollow and his mouth twisted into grimace. All right, bro. Is it like getting closer?
Scary story and all.
Yeah.
I'm on my final straw, I'll be honest with you.
I mean, we got this one last thing about skinwalkers.
Yeah, it's all you, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, that was a intriguing story. It's just weird how it's like upstairs or downstairs.
No, bro, listen, I'm just not trying to be stupid. Like, I'm like, if it's anything, I'm going. I'm not gonna sit here like dumb. I'm gonna go. Like, this is life or potentially. I'm sorry.
As Angelo speaks, Chris and Jasko hear something clearly behind them, pushing Jasko to his breaking point. Feeling uneasy and unsafe, he's ready to leave.
Whether or not I connect this into another video elsewhere or something, that's okay, but like...
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess it's time to...
I truly don't think anyone will be upset that we leave after what they've seen from what we've recorded.
Right.
And once again, don't feel obligated to leave just because I'm saying this, but I'm telling you right now,
I mean, if one person gets a bad feeling, let alone everyone at this point.
I just don't know what it is.
Chris has had a bad feeling since the start.
Yeah, it's hard for me to be comfortable, but like the noises, when you hear voices like that, like over and over.
What the hell was that?
Alright, bro.
Huh.
So this back up our chairs right now?
Yeah, I think it's time to say our goodbyes. Alright. Let's go.
They spend the night in fear, eventually leaving the haunted mill behind with chilling questions left unanswered. South Jersey is home to a variety of animals, including deer, foxes, owls, raccoons, and more, all living in the woods. One night, at 1 a.m., this man heard a strange sound from the woods that he had never encountered before. The man decides to film the sound and ends up capturing what resembles a dinosaur's roar. Pretty unsettling, huh? It's definitely not something you'd want to investigate alone. In this video, Faison from the CJ Faison YouTube channel takes us on a solo camping trip to the infamous Pine Barrens Forest in New Jersey, known for its eerie reputation as one of the scariest forests in the US, with rumors of criminal activity lurking in the shadows. On September 30th, 2024, CJ arrives after sunset, surrounded by the dark, dense woods. As he sets up his camp, the unsettling atmosphere begins to make itself felt.
I'm losing my mind right now, but I'm like 99% sure something's on the other side of the van, so we're gonna go take a quick look. Let me grab this off the tripod really quick. Listen, everybody, nobody's doing these solo van adventures. So just putting that out there. Man, this is wicked crazy at night. Wicked crazy at night.
He hears unusual noises coming from behind his van. After checking and finding nothing, he feels unsettled but brushes it off. CJ then chooses to go for a quick bike ride to explore the area.
I'm an absolute idiot. I didn't even close the camper door. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Oh gosh, no. I didn't close the camper door. Oh, damn. I'm an idiot. I just realized that. I don't know why. It just dawned on me. Hello? Those two logs are knocked over. Actually knocked over. I know for a fact that one was standing up, and I know that I'm 99% sure that one was standing up too.
Halfway through his ride, CJ realizes he forgot to close his van. Racing back, he finds both logs near his van knocked over, but nothing is missing, deepening the mystery.
This is not the mount. is that? What the? What is that? Let's try to zoom in on my camera. Okay, what the hell? Alright, I'm getting back in the van. Okay, it's magnetic, what the hell? Hello?
A sudden loud crack echoes through the woods, like a branch breaking under heavy pressure. CJ glances outside and spots a faint, flickering light in the distance. His heart pounds as he struggles to see what could be out there in the dark.
Alright. I'd be lying if I said I'm not my pants right now. Hello? I'm not sure if y'all could hear that, but that was like a... I don't even know. It was a ding or a something. Somebody's out here. Obviously. A damn flashlight doesn't fall clean out of the sky. Hello?
It turns out to be a flashlight lying abandoned in the brush. CJ calls out, hoping for a response, but only silence fills the air. Uneasy, yet determined to find out who might be nearby, he decides to investigate the area, scanning the shadows for any sign of the mysterious figure.
They're either down this way right here, or they're behind that big bush. I don't know which one. Whoa! No. You mother... I'll beat your flashlight if I find you.
As CJ rushes toward where he thinks the person might have gone, loud snapping noises echo from the woods next to him. His heart pounds as he realizes someone must be hiding nearby, shrouded in darkness, silently observing his every move.
I'm taking this flashlight. Somebody's gonna sneak up on me. They're gonna freaking earn it tonight.
After searching the area with no sign of anyone, CJ returns to his van, clearly rattled by the eerie events and the sensation of being watched. Each shadow outside seems to come to life, intensifying his discomfort.
I've got to admit, I've got to regain some composure here for a minute. Like, this is nutty. Absolutely nutty. Oh. I'm trying to think in my head. I'm like, what was the noise that I had actually heard? Right? Like, you can say what you want. I mean, it could have been a tree falling, whatever, right? I mean, chalk it up to being whatever you want to call it. How does a flashlight just get out there like that? I don't...
As CJ replays everything that just happened, it doesn't make sense in his mind, especially the flashlight, as he couldn't find anyone.
Hello? That lady ain't doing...
Once again, unsettling noises come from the woods, and CJ, determined to find out if someone is really stalking him, heads out to investigate.
We could 100%... What the f? Alright, come the f on. Who's out here?
Both flashlights have clearly been tampered with while CJ was gone. Someone is clearly trying to unsettle him, possibly aiming to scare him into leaving. Feeling deeply disturbed, CJ checks inside his van and is relieved to find no one hiding. Oddly, nothing is missing, making him question the true motives of the intruder.
Whoa. Whoa. No. I think one of my cameras just went off. Yeah. Look at this. Look. That camera right there just went off. It's not even on anymore. I want to burn my van down over the GoPro camera. All right, this is weird. See, this makes me think like, okay, is this like an actual person out here with me? Like a deranged maniac in the woods? Or is this ghost-like?
While standing outside his van, his GoPro unexpectedly overheats and shuts off, increasing his belief that the source of the disturbance might be paranormal rather than human.
No way. Hello? Listen, dude. Listen. If you're with me, just come out and say it. I don't know about you all, but I'm 9,000% sure that boom or bang came from that right there.
CJ barely has a moment to collect his thoughts when an even louder bang echoes from the woods. It seems to be coming from the direction of a creepy, abandoned public restroom nearby. His heart races and chills run down his spine as he scans the area. But once again, he sees no one. Stunned and shaken, CJ decides to sit down, attempting to calm his nerves and make sense of what just occurred.
Head. My heightened state of awareness is like right here right now, because the logical part of me says there is someone else out here, right? The other part of me says, well, you know, it's probably just coincidence, weird coincidence, right? Right now I'm going to chalk it up to a coincidence. That way I can go to bed and possibly sleep in peace tonight.
As CJ settles into bed, he tries to sleep, but the strange events still linger in his mind. Suddenly, he's awoken by a faint, unsettling sound, as if someone is attempting to open the van door. Startled, he checks the lock and is relieved to find it secure, with his bike still outside. Although unsure of what happened, he feels somewhat reassured and goes back to sleep, managing to rest until morning. As the sun rises, CJ drives out of the Pine Barrens, safe but left with numerous unanswered questions about what occurred in the mysterious forest. While he made it through the night unharmed, the questions remain. Was it something paranormal or a person stalking him? The answer remains a mystery. What do you think it was? Many people claim there's always something strange lurking in the woods, and after watching this video, it's hard to argue. It was filmed by a man camping alone who started hearing odd noises and decided to investigate, a choice he likely regrets. As he moved forward, eerie sounds filled the air, and at one point, he saw a mysterious figure of a woman in a white dress who didn't appear friendly at all. The man panics, breathing heavily as he runs away. The video went viral, with many viewers speculating that the figure was the ghost of a woman. But what do you think? Dinosaurs are long gone, but recently, a surprising piece of footage from Papua New Guinea caught the attention of scientists. A man camping in a remote area set up cameras to keep an eye on the surroundings, and one night, something resembling a dinosaur, complete with a head, tail, and legs, raced past the camera. When the footage spread online, opinions were divided. Some thought it could be the legendary Mokele Mbembe, while others suspected it might be a fake. Is this evidence of a surviving dinosaur, or just a clever trick? What's your take on it? This video gained much attention on social media and shows a creepy camper experience in the Appalachian Mountains. The camper spotted a strange figure and decided to record it. The figure looks unsettling and non-human, hiding from the camper. Many people have speculated about what it could be. What do you think the figure could be? On June 24th, 2012, Tyler from the YouTube channel Tyler Stevens set out for what he thought would be a peaceful solo camping trip in the deep woods of Idaho, USA. While sitting by the fire and enjoying his meal, the quiet night was interrupted by something moving just beyond the trees. It started with a soft rustling sound, breaking the stillness of the night. Curious but careful, Tyler decided to check it out. He carefully surveys the area, but everything seems normal until he hears movement right next to him. Suddenly, Tyler notices a human-like figure partially hidden behind a tree, observing him from just a few feet away, as if unsure whether to stay out of sight or approach. The figure shifts slightly, triggering Tyler's survival instincts. He quickly runs, leaving behind his tent, gear, and everything, racing through the forest to his car. He barely glances back as he starts the engine and drives away, determined to distance himself from the terrifying figure. Thankfully, he got out safely. Meet Chris, a YouTuber known for his channel Omega, where he has captivated audiences for over a decade. His content has evolved from lighthearted videos to exploring haunted and abandoned locations. For this video, we're taking a trip back 5 years to May 7th, 2019, on a seemingly peaceful day when Chris embarked on one of his most chilling adventures yet, an overnight journey into the longest abandoned Nazi tunnel. Located in Poland's Owl Mountains, this massive tunnel network was built during World War II as part of a secret military base. However, the tunnel's true purpose remains a mystery, as construction was never completed and only a few records exist. Stretching for miles, the tunnels were dug by forced labor, resulting in the deaths of thousands of prisoners. Today, the site attracts explorers and historians, drawn to its dark history and the secrets that may still lie within.
You know, man's best friend and everything. Oh man, look at that. There's a vehicle over there that's burnt out too. Oh man, look at it. Hope it's not a popular spot for people to...
Chris arrives at the forest with his loyal dog, Max, by his side. Together, they set off on a brief hike toward the tunnel.
The nerves are really starting to kick in now. What? I want to be spending a night in this thing. Oh no. I don't know about this, guys. What the... Oh no.
When Chris reaches the tunnel, a chill runs down his spine. It's clear this is not a place anyone would want to be at night, especially alone with just his dog.
I think the thing that I'm mostly worried about is people coming up here. I mean, you don't know what kind of people come up here. I don't see any visible signs of like tagging or anything on the outside piece of the tunnel. But you just don't know. You don't know what kind of people are gonna come up and hang out in this tunnel, you know, in the night. And it is a Friday night here, so yeah, there could be anyone coming up.
He's right. The last thing you'd want to encounter here is another person. However, that's exactly what's about to happen. As Chris moves further into the tunnel, he finds a spot to set up camp and cook dinner. The night seems calm, and he decides to take some time to explore the tunnel.
We're getting to the stage where I'm getting extremely tired, but we're gonna keep pushing. And we'll do a walk through the tunnel soon. It's like the eerie silence is just getting to me at this point, and I'm hearing things left, right, and center, trust me. Maybe we can wander down a bit of the way to see what we may find.
As he moves deeper into the tunnel, the atmosphere becomes more unsettling. He chooses to turn off his light to give viewers a sense of just how completely dark it is inside.
Like right here, I'll turn my light off. You ready? 3, 2, 1. I literally got the light on the camera, that's it. Oh man, this is pretty creepy actually. There's like nothing. It's like silence. Max. Sorry, I gotta turn the light back on, there he is. I'll say it's really strange without the lights on. It's weird, man. Like, you're underground in the middle of nowhere. It's strange. You don't know what you're gonna find down here. I think that's the biggest thing.
An uneasy feeling takes over Chris as the darkness envelops him, leaving him unable to see anything, making the exploration even more unnerving. Little did he know, this would be nothing compared to what was coming. As the night progressed, his camera battery died, so he decided to return to his campsite, hoping to get a few hours of rest.
My main camera has the battery's absolutely shot, and I've also managed to bust the microphone on my main camera too, which I'm using on this camera. It'll be about 3, 4 in the morning. Oh, I feel extremely tired, and I don't feel like I'm on this planet right now. I honestly keep hearing things. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
He lies down, trying to sleep while the unsettling sounds echo in the darkness. However, he's suddenly jolted awake by a strange beeping noise.
Oh my gosh, damn tripod. I hear some sort of tune. Max, come here. Come here.
Max. Who's that? Who's that, Max? What the actual? Can you guys hear that? Max.
The sound appears to be coming from deeper within the tunnel, so Chris decides to venture toward it to locate its source. What he discovers next shocks him to his core.
If you guys can hear this on the camera, but there's something. What is that? What the? Hello? What is that? Max, what is that? Hello? Is there somebody here? That's just creepy as... What the hell? Is anyone here? What is that? Oh! Max! Hurry up! Max! Max!
A man stands motionless on the side of the tunnel, watching Chris. Chris calls out several times, asking if anyone is there. If the man didn't have sinister intentions, he could easily show himself, but he remains silent, seemingly waiting for the right moment to act or hoping to stay hidden. Overcome with fear, Chris runs, calling for Max, hoping his dog follows. He escapes the tunnel and doesn't stop until he's far enough away, finally stopping to catch his breath.
Just sitting outside the tunnel now, and I don't have any intention of going back in there. That was just strange beyond belief. Chill, I got the chill personality. I usually not a whole lot affects me, but that was just getting a little bit too much, honestly.
Feeling shaken and unsure about re-entering the tunnel, Chris chooses the safety of his car and drives away. Thankfully, both he and Max are unharmed, but the questions linger in his mind. Why was that person there? Had he been watching them the whole time? What was the meaning behind the eerie happy birthday tune echoing through the tunnel? Was it an attempt to scare Chris or lure him deeper inside? Thankfully, they'll never have to find out, as both Chris and Max made it out safely, swearing never to return. And who could blame them? About 7 years ago, two friends went camping during a trip to Hawaii. They decided to camp on a beach, thinking it was a great idea. The sky looked amazing, so they started recording, not realizing they had accidentally captured a ghost whispering on camera. If you listen carefully, a sound comes out of nowhere, almost like a whisper. When they reviewed the video after leaving the beach, they were creeped out since they hadn't noticed anything like it while they were there. What do you think about that sound? Could it really have been a ghost whispering to them? Josh, the adventurous YouTuber behind Camping with Josh, is known for his fun camping vlogs with his wife. But on this particular trip, things took a scary turn. It was September 5th, 2024, and Josh was hiking through a misty, rainy stretch of one of England's oldest forests, looking for the perfect spot to set up camp. He was excited for the night ahead, but little did he know this trip would turn out to be one of the most intense ones yet. Osh found a place to set up for the night, but a strange feeling of unease washed over him. He brushed it off and got back to work, setting up his shelter and collecting wood for the campfire. As Josh was getting his firewood ready with nightfall approaching, strange sounds came from the bushes nearby. Feeling both curious and cautious, he decided to check out the area to make sure everything was safe.
I'm just literally sat over there, trimming the wood down, cutting it down how I like it. And I can just hear some mad movement going on in those bushes over there. I can't tell if it's like the rainfall just making quite a commotion,
Or there may be rabbits or deers maybe walking through, or any dog walkers or whatever, I don't know. Bit spooky.
Josh found no evidence of danger and reassured himself it was just his imagination before returning to the fire. However, the night's strange events were just beginning. Heavy footsteps echoed in the darkness, now much closer than before. Feeling uneasy, Josh decided to check the area again.
I'm finding it really difficult. Do you know what I mean? You heard that. And it's really quiet. There should be birds singing. There was birds singing, and I've just noticed they've just stopped singing. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't they be singing? I'm finding it really difficult to focus. Lovely little spot. Lovely food to be cooked. A night under the stars.
Josh wasn't sure if the noises were just the rain or something more sinister, but his unease grew when the birds suddenly fell silent. Still, he tried to dismiss the feeling, telling himself it was nothing, and carried on with his work.
When the camera was off, I heard some really heavy movements in the bushes, and I'm pretty sure I saw something in the bushes as well. As I was standing still, there was this movement there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave my tarp here in the woods. My bag is already packed. I'm just going to grab what I can grab and come back here in the morning, and maybe just do a bit more talking with you there. So I think it's important to be real with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna pack up. I guess I could take this tarp away, but I just don't really want to. All right, I'm gonna go, guys.
Josh tries to brush off the eerie feeling, but the strange noises continue, and he spots movement in the bushes. As the last light fades and the shadows grow deeper, his fear starts to take over. Realizing it's neither safe nor comfortable to stay, he decides to leave his shelter before the forest is swallowed by darkness.
Hello?
I apologise, it's not really the vibe I go by. I'm all about having fun, relaxing, and being peaceful, cooking good food and good vibes.
As Josh wraps up packing, the weird noises keep going. He calls out, hoping it's just another hiker or something harmless, but the silence that follows makes him feel even more like he needs to leave. He gets out of the woods safely, but with a creepy feeling he can't shake. On his way back, he's left wondering what really happened. It's a reminder to always trust your gut. If he had ignored that feeling and stayed, things could have turned out a lot worse. We've heard of camping encounters with bears and lions, but what about alligators? In this video, a group of campers was peacefully sleeping in their tent when they spotted several alligators outside. The alligators were dangerously close, and the campers started feeling uneasy. If you look closely, you can spot many of them as their eyes shine in the light.
Na barraca, literalmente, pra acampar. Vamos dormir aqui, guys? Eu vou.
That's a terrifying situation. Camping near alligators is something no one should have to experience. This eerie video shows one of the scariest camping experiences. A couple wakes up, opens their tent, and surprises viewers with a tent set up above the clouds. This couple has no fear. The man even inspects the safety of the iron structure and walkway. Would you consider camping there? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.